Okay, let's talk about OSHUN quickly. OSHUN. OSHUN, OSHUN, OSHUN. Welcome to Go Journal. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for pouring into this space. Thank you for nourishing this space. I pour back into you all the same. In love. In love, 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 love. Because that's what OSHUN is. OSHUN is self-love. How do you know it is your season to work with OSHUN? How do you know that OSHUN is ready to work with you, to collaborate with you? Self-love. When you are called to make choices that affirm your worth, choices that ensure that you do right by yourself, choices that endorse and encourage you listening to your inner voice, prioritizing that over other people's voices, over external voices, that is how you will know that OSHUN is in the building. When we say God is love, we really mean God is OSHUN. We really mean God is you. OSHUN is not an Orisha. I mean, she is an Orisha, but really more than that, she's a state of consciousness. You can come through, bro. Don't worry about none. OSHUN is a state of consciousness. She says you can't go anywhere without love. She wants to know how you perceive yourself. She wants to know what you think of yourself. She wants to know what you see in the mirror when you look at yourself. OSHUN requires that we drop the false matrix and enter the love matrix. We relinquish and renounce the false matrix to embrace the love matrix. What is the love matrix? Self-love. Caring about yourself. Liking yourself. Choosing yourself. Knowing you are worthy of beautiful things. You know, OSHUN is always depicted with holding a mirror. Let's see if we can find that card. OSHUN is always depicted not wearing a mirror, holding a mirror. Why is that? Again, because she cares how you perceive yourself. What do you see when you look in the mirror? How do you talk to yourself? What inner dialogue? What is your inner dialogue? What conversations do you have with yourself? How do you speak to yourself? How do you meet yourself? OSHUN is the Orisha of love, as she is the Orisha of beauty, the Orisha of prosperity, the Orisha of creation, which is fertility. To be fertile is to be creative. Because all those things are interconnected. The only true prosperity there is love. I always say you can't go anywhere without love. You can't go anywhere without love for yourself. You better pack that in your bag. And OSHUN is a reminder. That we cannot go anywhere without love. She will ask, how dare you ask for prosperity, for wealth, when you have not cultivated that within you? OSHUN understands that wealth is an internal concept, a divine concept. It is a concept that is contingent on you loving yourself. Because love is the ultimate wealth. Love is the ultimate wealth, and it is the wealth creator. It is the portal into abundance. The most radical thing we can do for ourselves is love ourselves, is choose ourselves, is be ourselves, is see ourselves as worthy recipients of our own love. We are constantly offering other people grace, offering other people space, giving, partners, associates, family members, giving. And Oshun says, what about you? You think you could do without your own love? And then you want wealth, and then you want prosperity. You want prosperity. There was something that happened there. You want prosperity, you do, without loving yourself. You want to create something sustainable, something beautiful, something magical, without loving yourself. Oshun wants you to be real. She wants you to get real with yourself. Where are you creating from? A lot of us create from trauma. We create from pain. We create from unworthiness. And that fosters greed. It fosters and nourishes and maintains and births pain and heartbreak and dissonance and incongruency. We find ourselves in relationships with people who don't see us, who don't care for us, who don't have the capacity to hold us, who don't have the hands to hold us. Oshun says you walked into that toxic relationship. You walked into that relationship with that narcissist because you didn't love yourself. If you did, firstly, you would not even be vibrating on the same vibration. And secondly, if there were any red flags, you would have detected them and you would have walked away, but you didn't. Not only did you stay in that toxic relationship, you wanted more and more and more and more and more, and you had to be dragged out of there kicking and screaming because the house was on fire. Where are you creating from? Are you creating from love or fear? Love or pain? Truth or trauma? Oshun takes you from the false matrix to the love matrix. Because in the love matrix, you actually care about yourself. You want what's best for you. And if that relationship, no matter how hot and spicy it appears, if that job, no matter how financially secure it might make you feel, you're willing to give everything and anything that does not affirm your softness, your beauty, your truth, the time of day. You don't give that stuff the time of day. You're not willing to do that. You're not willing to pour into that. When Oshun is in the building, the inner dialogue takes on a loving tone. It's in the way you speak to yourself, the way you treat yourself, the way you touch yourself, the way you hold yourself, the way you see yourself. People always say, or people believe rather, that, Oshun offers prosperity, offers beauty. No, Oshun is the path. You offer yourself the wealth, financial, energetic, physical, mental. You offer yourself the wealth. You offer yourself the prosperity. Why? Because you finally got out of your own way. Oshun will teach you how to get out of your own way. Oshun will teach you that you cannot say you want this reality, that timeline shift, that quantum leap, while you're still mistreating yourself. How do you mistreat yourself? You procrastinate. You don't show up. You let your insecurities get the better of you. You attach yourself to an identity that is established upon unworthiness and lack and fear. You allow people to determine who you are, to define who you are, to define your boundaries. You allow the false matrix to be sovereign over your life. You are not sovereign. You have no autonomy over your thoughts, over your feelings, over your emotion, over your vibration. You just let things happen. And Oshun's like, how do you expect to do this? How do you expect to experience love when you can't even make choices that, make things easy for you? You're so committed to discomfort and dis-ease and hardship, yet you want beauty and prosperity and a magical life. She's very contemplative, OSHUN, very contemplative energy, very real energy, very straightforward energy. It will appear that OSHUN is angry and vengeful. Because nothing good comes out of a lack of love. And again, OSHUN is an OSHA of love. She has this profound understanding of love. She is this divine feminine energy that says, I rest and I receive from life because I love myself, because I receive from myself. Life can only give to me what I give to myself. That is OSHUN. OSHUN says, where is your worth? Where do you derive your worth from? OSHUN offers us nothing but the path. And the path is tricky, the path is intense, the path is scary, the path is isolating, the path is hermetic. OSHUN is the grace to see all the ways we've hurt ourselves, all the ways we weren't kind to ourselves. And she'll be there with us saying, I get it. I totally get it. I get it. But this is the path. You have to see those ways to correct those ways, to release those ways, to substitute those ways with something that is more constructive. I love OSHUN because she's so pragmatic. She's so grounded. She cares for efficiency. Love is efficient. She knows that love is efficient and love is productive and love moves things. So she demands that you love yourself. And she will go to extreme lengths to show you all the ways that you do not love yourself. And she will not say, well, it's your fault. No, she'll say, so how do we fix it? How do we make our way from the false matrix to the love matrix? How do we get you to a place where you care about yourself? How do we get you to a place where you invite ease for yourself? How do we get you to a place where you feel energized, powerful, capable enough to create the life that you want to live? That's OSHUN. She's the OSHA of beauty because love unveils your beauty. You will never, ever, ever see yourself for the beautiful, divine being that you are until you love yourself, until you shed the mask that you learn to wear in the false matrix. When you exit the false matrix, you drop that mask, right? To reveal what is underneath. And you're like, oh, this is who I am. Oh, this is who I am. This is what's been hiding underneath the mask, underneath the trauma, the fears, the ego. This, wow, look at that. How beautiful, beauty itself. I like that. I like her. That's what OSHUN wants you to cultivate, that energy of, I like that. I like her. I like him. I like them. I like it. I want to do right by her. I want to do right by him. I want to do right by them. I want to give her the world. She deserves the world. She deserves more than the world. That is the kind of self-talk OSHUN necessitates and facilitates. You've got to love yourself. You've got to know you're it, that you're the bomb, that there is nothing and no one like you. You've got to be comfortable with being the highest version of yourself. You've got to be comfortable with being beautiful. You know how uncomfortable most of us are, especially because we grew up in the matrix. I was bullied. I was bullied growing up. Oh man, the things that does to you. You know what I'm saying? But OSHUN says, can you release what is long gone to let what is here emerge? I don't care that you were bullied. OSHUN actually doesn't care. Excuse me. I'm coming up with a cold, but I'll be okay. I'll take some ginger and cayenne pepper for that. But OSHUN actually doesn't care that you've been bullied, that you grew up in a household that didn't affirm you, that you had to learn how to people please as a coping mechanism. She's like, okay, I get it, and then what? Yes, valid, heard, and then what? Is this what we're doing until kingdom come? Is this what your time here on earth is going to be characterized by? You hating yourself because you were taught to hate yourself? And what do we make of that? How do we then live the life? How do we experience the joy? How do we experience the peace? How do we cultivate the healthy relationship when you don't even have a healthy relationship with yourself? How do we do that? Like I said, she's very constructive, very pragmatic, very efficient. If we want the timeline and we want the reality and we want the relationship and the money and the wealth and the health and the glow, how do we get there? Through love. Loving ourselves and seeing our beauty and resting in it, being safe and firm and solid in it, being unwavering in your love, in that love you have for yourself, being unwavering and unfaltering in your beauty, refusing to be told otherwise. OSHUN is fierce. I know we always think, oh, she's such a lovey-dovey character, you're a shower of love. Yeah, she's fierce. She says, I don't need your validation. I validated myself. And I know that if you're in my energy, in my orbit, you see what I see. You see my beauty. I know that as a job, if you're in my orbit, you are going to pay me what is due. Pay me what I deserve. I know that if you are a romantic partner, you're going to pour into me because I know how to do that myself. That's really what this is about. Nothing more, nothing less. Where do you expect to go without love for yourself? Because love for yourself, let me tell you why OSHUN is love and why OSHUN is God, an aspect of God. OSHUN is that part of us that reminds ourselves to see ourselves the way God sees us. God says, you are love. I am making you in my image. I'm giving you the power to create. And you, with your false matrix inclinations and programming, decide, I'm not love, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve this. OSHUN shows you all the ways you are in opposition to yourself, therefore in opposition to that aspect of you that is God, that says you are loved and lovable and worthy. You have been anointed, you have been made you have been chosen, you have been made whole. And what are you gonna do about it? Is it constructive? Is it efficient for you to continue living as though you are not all these things, as though you are not God itself, having this human experience, as though you are not consciousness and divinity itself? Is that constructive? Do you like it here? Do you like it here where there's been all this unworthiness and this trauma and this fear that has informed your life up until now? You don't like it here, do you? So what are you going to do about it? What techniques and resources and technologies are you going to acquire and discover and uncover to help you love yourself, to help you become that which God says you are. How dare we attempt to revoke the word of the Creator by assuming that we are not lovable, by assuming that we are separate, by assuming that we deserve the pain and the heartbreak and the dis-ease and the discomfort that comes with not loving ourselves. How dare we do that? And that, my good people, is OSHUN. I do OSHUN readings. So if this is something that you engage with deeply and it's something that hit you and sat in you and simmered in you and continues to simmer in you, then yeah, book a personal reading with me. I will share all the information in the description box, how you can contact me. But these OSHUN readings are really about how you can access certain states of consciousness. Like I said, OSHUNs are really certain states of consciousness. OSHUN is a state of consciousness of love. And love is the highest frequency, right? Like it's love supremacy, y'all. And that's why OSHUN is an aspect of God, because we all know God is love, right? And then there are other OSHUNs that are, you don't have to be also, let me clarify this. You don't have to be a child of, say, OSHUN to work with OSHUN. Again, OSHUN is a state of consciousness. When it is time for you to embody it and to access that state of consciousness, you will get all these downloads, you know, about OSHUN, or about Ogun, or about Oya, you know, or Shango. So I help you kind of delineate what the energy is, which OSHUN is coming through, how you can collaborate with that energy, with that state of consciousness to optimize on it and this phase in your life that calls for you to embody that state of consciousness. So yeah, I will link, I will share everything in the description box, and you can book a reading, an OSHUN reading. I really like these. But yeah, that's me. I'm gonna call this a day. I filmed twice today. I'm gonna take some time maybe editing this, seeing what I do, because I'm also playing around, breathing new life into the space, so you guys can, you know, really enjoy it, so you can engage visually, cinematically, spiritually, energetically, and yeah, you know, in the spirit of applying ourselves. So thank you for joining me. It's all love. It is all love. Let OSHUN teach you how to love yourself. Let OSHUN teach you how to treat yourself. Period.